approximately 2.8 billion people around the world are currently lacking access to clean fuels for cooking, such as electricity or liquefied petroleum gas. Solid fuels, as for instance wood, dung, or coal, are commonly used as an alternative, and especially people living in rural areas of low and middle income countries are impacted most. The consequences of lacking access to clean cooking fuels are tremendous and jeopardize sustainable development on multiple levels. Being dependent on solid fuels causes physical and mental suffering, it damages health, it destroys the environment and accelerates climate change, and it amplifies inequalities. India is among the most impacted countries where traditional cooking practices are very common, and usually women are responsible for these tasks. Therefore, women are also suffering most from the negative effects of unclean cooking. Despite governmental efforts to create a transition towards clean cooking, policies do not show the anticipated success and progress remains slow. The reasons for this continued reliance on solid fuels are not fully understood, and usually clean energy is only discussed from a socio-economic angle. In my study, I tried to shift the perspective and apply a gender-sensitive approach, and I was investigating on how women's empowerment might determine whether households in rural areas of India choose clean over solid fuels as a primary energy source for cooking. The results of my study confirmed my assumption that women's empowerment does play a considerable role for fuel choices. However, I've also seen that many other socio-demographic factors have shown to be just as important as women's empowerment, which led me to the conclusion that fuel choices are based on a very complex interplay of many different factors which all need to be taken into consideration. Sustainable development is urgent, but progress in clean cooking can also accelerate the progress in multiple SDGs. The magnitude of this issue is still not receiving enough attention, and policymakers keep ignoring the importance of clean cooking. Especially now, in times where lockdown measurements, social restrictions, and economic disruptions further complicate the access to clean cooking fuels, it's from utmost importance to not withdraw the attention and to keep working towards positive progress. Policymakers must acknowledge the complexity and interdisciplinarity of the topic and apply a holistic approach to create a successful and sustainable transition. Today, I would like to thank the Scientific Committee for giving me the opportunity to spread the word and to shed light on one of the most overlooked global health challenges, which is not only important for sustainable development and the 2030 Agenda, but also for the health and well-being of every single one of us.